Hi, everybody, and welcome. Woo, it's Saturday. Saturday. Wow. What a week. It's been quite a roller coaster of a week this week. It's been very I feel like I want to sit back and go like this, but I also have to come closer because I know some people need to hear me. Good morning, Steve. Yes, my husband in the background. I found a quote by Melissa. Well, it wasn't Melissa didn't quote this, but it was by Simon Sinek. Anyways, this is what he said. It's not, and I don't think it's his quote because I've heard it by many other people. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. You know, and thank you. Thanks, Dana. And that is so true. It's and that's exactly, you know, in everything that I'm trying to do, and I know I just see, okay, first off, my hair. Of course, it's short now, but with my hair, because I have a wave and a little bit of a curl in it, what happens is I get pieces that the curl's coming in, but it just goes ding, and it won't, and it just won't lie down. And then I don't notice it until I'm on camera, and I'm just like, what the hell? So then I'm playing with my hair. So thank you. Where did I get this sweater from? I know I ordered it online. Got to think about where I got it from. I can see the shop, can't remember the name. So yeah, and it's nice. I've had it for over a year. So, but get so sidetracked. I love orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. Oranges and reds and very fallish colors are my favorite colors. And then bringing in splashes of, maybe a purple or a pink. So, anyways. So, that's everything that I've been trying to explain. This sort of explains it. It's like finding our passion and working with our passion is so important with this energy that's coming in. With all the crazy ups and downs and pressures that are being put on everybody, right? And starting to slide with that. Told you it does. It just does. Glue it to the wall. Bang, bang. I don't even notice it. And now that she said it, let's go. It's like, it's still kind of straight. It's still fine, Dana. It's still fine. It'll be okay. I'll go like this. There you go. Can't really see it. Maybe that's worse. So it's finding that passion, finding that what you like. And with the Pluto squared the sun, or the sun squared Pluto, it is that passion. It is finding that of what you love. And I had a dream. I've been having weird dreams. But anyways, part of my dream, I won't go into the weirdness of the dream because the dream was just pretty far out there last night. But part of the dream told me, because yesterday I was sitting in the living room, and this one book kept staring at me, and I'm like, okay, why do I have to pull this book out? So I pulled the book out, and the book is it's my workbook companion. It's my Course in Miracles workbook. And my Course in Miracle, because I used to teach it many moons ago, and I didn't start the Course in Miracles this year. Like, I didn't start doing it. And it's a 365-day study. But so anyway, so I pulled it out yesterday, and I said, pull it out. Like, what do you want? Like, I'm like, what do you want? Okay, I got the book. So yesterday was October 18th, and it goes by date, October, because it starts on January 1. Usually it's when people start it. And it started on 288, October 15th. Let me forget my brother's past today. And this is where it begins to talk to us to spend time in an open light, spend time in meditation, spend time in connecting with what is what's holding you back. And in the commentary, it says, "I cannot come to you without my brother." So the decision for the divine is a decision to share. So what we recognize in recognizing our identity is an identity that is shared with all living things. Because, and this is, I'm just reading what's in here, so don't freak out on the words. Because my salvation lies in awakening to this shared identity, it is impossible to come to the divine or God alone. The problem is separation. Therefore, the solution is unity. Because the more we try to separate, the more illness starts to arise. The more we start to bring in division and segregation, the more, illness keeps coming in. And it says, my brother or my sister's sins are in the past along with mine, and I am saved because the past is gone. So it started to talk, and it's talking about what we hang on to from the past and hanging on to the past. When we hang on to the past and we hang on to others' transgressions, we can't move forward. We can't find that passion or find that, because there's always going to be a lingering part of ourselves that is hanging on to some belief or something about the past. So I cannot come to you without my brother. You can't do anything without one another. We are a society. We are an animal. We are an animal that needs one another, that needs community, that needs to be a part of. When we are segregated, or when we are put into isolation, that's why isolation, or when they put prisoners in isolation, or they segregate you away from your friends, that's when people can get depressed and they get low, and they can get suicidal and psychotic thoughts, right? So this is where it's like, if I hold on to the past in regards to my brother or my sister, therefore, and hold grievances against him in any way, I am denying my own salvation. Let me not cherish the past within my heart, or I will lose the way to walk to you. And then today, so we moved on today, the past is over, it can touch me not. So this is like where it's letting go. If my feelings are not caused by the present and not caused by the past, then what are they caused by? Certainly not the future, which is not happened yet. Then what? I'm affected only by my thoughts. Only by my thoughts. And eventually we must learn that there is nothing outside of my mind, our mind, to affect us. Thought is all there is. Everything else is the effect of a thought, not the cause of anything. Everything is the effect of a thought. A thought. I thought they did this. I thought they did that. So whatever that thought was can have an effect. Okay? Just follow me on this, guys. You're just like, whoa. So there's nothing outside you. That is what you must ultimately learn. Everything is within you. It's your universe. It's your energy that you are putting into something that brings you the transgression into your life. If you believe that thought, then it is so. If you don't believe in that thought, then it is not. So it's funny how certain things come up on the news, like all these different things, and then it goes away because you're not putting your thought to that. You're like, okay, that's really stupid. So why do we have thoughts that cause bad feelings? It all goes back to the original thought of separation. We think we have stolen our being from the divine, We think we succeeded in creating a separate self, and we think that the divine or God must be angry. We believe in the wrath of the divine. In less the theological terms, we are guilty because we see ourselves existing in a world that demands selfishness for survival. We are guilty because we think that we are separate and it is our own fault. We begin to do the shame and the blame and the guilt. And doing the shame and the blame and the guilt gets us into a place where we feel, oh my God, I am not good enough. I can't do that. Oh, look at them over there. All of these thoughts come in. And that's where I say, cancel, clear, delete, get the fuck out of here. Or cancel, clear, delete, get the fear out of here. Whichever one you want to use. Saying that saying 1,001 times a day. Sometimes you have to say it 1,000,001 times a day because those thoughts come in. But when we are beginning to say, where am I going to put my energy? Where am I going to put my thought to? We have this profound sense of guilt, so profound, it terrifies us, and we cannot bear to look at it. And we put into that future, oh my God, I'll never see them again. Oh my God, this is like, this is going to happen. A lot of times with my readings, and many people, I'll say 99% of the people that leave my readings leave with, oh my God, I feel so much calm. I have a better perception on life. The ones that don't are usually pissed off at me because they don't like what I said. And they get angry with me, and they get where it's like, that's not what you're full of bullshit. Fine. I can't change that. That's the way you feel. You feel that way. You go. And then I see, or something comes that I see that, they're still living in their place of fear. They're not stepping into their truth and their light and accepting that part. Because it might have been something very heavy I said, and Spirit wanted them to know. In order for them to do that acceptance, to do that forgiveness, to step forward, and that brings in their light. So we are afraid of oblivion, afraid of death, more afraid of hell. People are very fearful of hell. Fear transmutes into many forms: anger, depression, jealousy, empathy. We open our eyes and immediately we are looking for scapegoats. So we're looking, it's their fault. It's their fault over there. They're the ones that are doing it. So we want to find that inevitable culprit. We want to find whoever it is. And you are the one who has stolen away my peace. That's what we think. But we made the world to serve this purpose. Now the Holy Spirit, whatever name you want to give that, comes into our lives to employ the means you made for exile to restore your mind to where it truly is, at home. So we look at each event as a possible scapegoat for an awful feeling. And the Holy Spirit looks on the events as a possible means of showing us love. Showing us that, hey, there's love there. But me, may not see it that way. We might see it like, oh my God, look at that. Look at what they're doing. We learn to see everything as either love or a call for love. To the ego, everything witnesses to separation and guilt. To the spirit, everything witnesses to the reality of love. Everything that happens is trying to bring love in. Even the most horrific crimes are trying to show you there's some love that needs to come in here. Somebody, somewhere, something, some situation is calling. There's a call for love in some format. But because of their separation, because of their feelings of guilt or their feelings of anger or their feelings of whatever it is causing that anguish, is causing that to be pushed out onto other people. And today, with the energies that are coming in, is showing you, it's like, get curious to find the group not the separation. Jupiter's going to be going direct. Jupiter's saying, what is that group? What is that energy you want to work with? Who are those people that you want to come together with? And not judge the others. I mean, judging is a big one. I mean, we are very good. I mean, we judge all the time. It's part of our nature. It's part of being human. We do. We judge. But in understanding that we do that, we can identify our judgments. We can identify the reasons why we judge. So to perceive the world forgiveness offers, we must be willing to let the past go, to see that it cannot touch us now. The forgiven world can only be seen now, can only be seen in the now, not in any other place. So being in the present moment, to allowing ourselves to be in the present moment, that I'm being called to surrender only to what I am in truth. I'm called to be love because love is what I am, because we are all that of love. And when I was writing about the other day, and I was doing my journaling and some channeling, because I work with dead people. And I don't always talk about death. I don't, yes, I'm a medium, but I don't go around, talking about death, even though I work with the dead. And I also don't go around giving messages to people from the dead. Like, I don't run up to people and say, hey, Aunt Joe said this or so and so. It's very, very rare that I do that. It actually takes a big move from spirit for me to do this. And there has to be a very reason, because I don't believe in interfering in other people's earth walk. I really, when it comes to those who've passed. And I feel that they're wanting to send a message. And I feel more, because not only is Halloween coming and the veil is thinner, this energy in Aries is opening up so much energy and more energy coming in. It's getting us to really look at where love is in our life and a message of love. Because even in what I wrote with the quote that I wrote from John, it said, it's funny, you don't know how much you liked living until you're dead. Because sometimes there's, and in that, what the gist of that is that he was trying to let you know to enjoy life, enjoy living, let go of any transgressions. Don't be getting all up into something. See things with love, see things with enjoyment. Because you don't realize how much there is until you're gone, or till it is gone. Then you see, like, wow, that was great. I really wasn't living in the moment. I wasn't enjoying that. I didn't see that. I was racing through it. It's like when our children are younger. Today's my baby's birthday. And all of those things, like, having 4 kids, racing around, getting here, going there, trying to get them to soccer, hockey, dance, violin, all of that. And you're not enjoying the present moment of saying, wow, this is really cool. I remember one time coming out of the hockey rink, and I had my kids with me, and there was a lunar eclipse. It was a full moon, and a lunar eclipse was just happening. I said, oh my God, look. I was just, and everybody's just getting in their cars. Nobody was paying attention to it. I thought, oh my God, I had my kids stand there, we were watching it. I said, this is powerful. This is transformational. And I had them all make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. This is where it's like, yeah, let's just enjoy. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Enjoy it. And this is where this is coming in. So when as I work as a medium, a person communicating with the dead, with spirit, I found they're happy for the most part. Most spirits are very happy. They're very good. They've passed on. They found the light. They've gone forward. They feel the remorse of those that are left. They understand, but they also know that everything is happening the way it is supposed to happen. Everything is happening in the synchronicity exactly the way it needs to happen. It couldn't have happened any other way. So in understanding that, release. If you're feeling any guilt or remorse because of the death of somebody and you couldn't get there. Those who've been killed or OD'd or suicide many times are angry. There's an anger there because they have gone to the light, but also there is, because it happens in such a tragic way, that when they come through at first could be that they're angry, and feeling that anger. And this is what I found. I can't speak for other mediums. I can't speak for how they see it or how they feel it. This is just through my own experience. And I find that although the longer they have separated from Earth, the calmer and the loving they get. Like the longer that, when people come and their father or mother have been passed away for 10, 20, 30 years, it becomes where they're totally at peace. They're fine. They're watching over you. They understand that you have to live your life for you. You have to walk your earth walk in your light for what you have to do, because everything is contained within you for you to create that universe. And they understand that. And it is complex, and there isn't any cut or dry answer for those, because we as humans are curious and we ask so many questions on, well, what about this? Have they gone to the light? Are they doing this? And we get well, what about ghosts? And it's very difficult to explain because there is no cut or dry explanation for it. There really isn't. And some of the reasons is that we don't know. We know some, and we can suspect some things. We can have a hunch about it or a feeling about it, but we don't actually know why certain entities stay or why there are certain vortexes. And we can help to heal it. We can help to relieve that pain. We can help to bring them to peace. But as humans, we want to have the easy to comprehend. And there's no easy to comprehend. And that's the same way, the same thing as letting go of our past. We want to have a reason why we have to let go. We have to have a reason why they haven't. Why is that person living off and doing well, and I'm still struggling? Well, a lot of times people don't want to hear that. Maybe if you just let it go and stop dwelling on that, or stop dwelling on that past, or wanting something to be different, and it won't be, because it's done. The only thing that can change is what is within inside of you. Only you are able to change, and when you change within you, then the outside world changes. Only you can change the movie, and the movie is you and how you feel. That's what the movie is. And only you can change the real. And many, at times, if it's, when we want it to be different and we want it to be a certain way, we have to sit down and ask ourselves, why do we want it that way? When things are coming in and saying we're moving onto a boat, we're going into a new direction. It's the Six of Swords. I think Six of Swords. So when we're heading on to a new direction, we're heading on to a new shore. And when we head on to a new shore, we're letting it go. And it's easy to live, to love. They see it. They want us to know. They see all is happening as it should. And to live life fully. And what does it mean to live life fully? is to breathe, enjoy the sunlight. I mean, these sound so, it's like, oh my God, that's so easy to do. How, it's having enjoyment in cleaning your house, having enjoyment in doing the little things, and knowing you're doing it not only for yourself, but for your family later, or maybe even if you're living with just you and your husband, you and your partner, or just by yourself, that you're cleaning this so that, hey, I got a clean cup later. This is such simplicity, such complexity within the simplicity. Because our mind takes us onto other places, takes us into other scenarios, takes us into other places that are pulling us to have us do in a different way. So today, enjoy. Today, get curious. Maybe there's some place you want to go and you haven't gone before, and you're like, they're kind of scared to go in there, or I've been scared to find out. Being raised Catholic, of course, I was just terrified. Like, don't you dare go into a metaphysical store. It was like finding, going into, in Penticton, we have a bookstore, and that bookstore's been there since I was a kid. Like, it's been there a long time, and it's packed full. This is a bookstore. It is so cool. It is so packed full of books. It's all organized to find your books, but it's so packed full, and you can smell the old book smell. And I love that smell. So the books, books up to the ceiling. There's books on the floor. And there's all in these different cases. And in going there, it was, to talk to one of the owners and stuff. And certain books that I wanted to read, they didn't have them out because they couldn't, because people would steal them or they would deface them or something like that. So I would ask, I'd like, do you have any tarot books on tarot? And she goes, yes, they're over here. And she'd show me them. And then we'd have a little chat, and then I would buy one. And it was okay. It was like, okay to go in there because there's other books, right? But stepping in and getting curious, like, why do I want to know this? I'm curious to find out more about this. Even with astrology was something that, fascinated me all my life. Like the full moon and the new moon, fascinating me when I could see Jupiter. Like, last night you could see Jupiter with the moon, and it was like so bright, so beautiful. And then Saturn was there too. So you saw Jupiter and Saturn on either side of the moon before it went into Pisces. And last night you could only see Jupiter. The night before you could see, because the moon was in Aquarius, you could see them both on either side. Last night, because the moon went into Pisces, and that fascinated me. I always wanted to know more. What turned me off for the longest time was a belief that I wasn't good enough at math. There was always that, because I didn't do well in math in school, and I was told, well, some people just get it and some people don't. It's okay. You don't get it as well. Although one teacher said, sometimes what it takes is, maybe it takes you to look at it in different ways. And you just haven't found the right math that ignites you. And so it took me a while to really, to figure out the angles, because use geometry in astrology. There's triangles, there's sesqui-squads, there's squares, there's quincunx, and there's all of these angles. But they all mean something, and that's what intrigued me, is that I found, there's meaning to these. There's meaning to these, because at either end, there's an energy that is trying to show us a way, show us a new way. And so that brought my curiosity even more. and how to create this. And it even made it even better with the internet. So the internet, there was it brought where you were able to put the information in and it would create the chart for you. And to me, that was like, wow, look at that. And the reason I'm bringing this all up is like getting curious. Allow yourself not to hold back. You know, you might have been told, you know, don't do that. That's not a thing you should be doing. Or only boys do that, and only girls do that, and only, you know, if you've been curious about looking into a Buddhist temple, call them up. They'll do. They would love to give you, you know, let you walk through. Same with the Sikh temple. They do. They have people go into the temple all the time. So this is about getting curious about things. Of course, I know there's COVID and all that kind of bullshit, but you can still call, find out, say, I'm just really curious to see what the temple's all about. I've been drawn to it. I don't know why. Same with going into a cathedral. There could be something there within the cathedral. Maybe it's a statue or there's something there, or a saint that's calling you. You don't have to go into the dogma. You don't have to go into the religious aspect. But there's something about that energy, about that is calling you. It's asking you, hey, come and get me. Come and look at this. Because it might be in alignment for something that you need to learn or understand or open you up to. And that's where that Saturn square Pluto is. And know that there's like, okay, there might be a stumbling block, or there might be an awkwardness or something that doesn't feel right. And just address it and say, okay, well, why don't I feel right about this? So I could have to, you know, maybe there's something there I have to lance, you know, because of my hanging on. And if there's something that needs to be lanced, that means that there's something there that has been infectious within us for a while. And it's coming out that we have to release it in order for it to be healed. So it could be something that triggers us. And what is that trigger? And that's what has to be released. And that could be, you know, even a physical trigger. So there could be something that pops up on us. I'm going to say like a zit or a boil that needs to be lanced. It has to be released in some way. Why? There was an infection there. Something got in there and it's coming out. And that's the same way there's other things within us. There's something there that's coming out that we have to release in order for us to go forward, and to go forward with love, because that is what our true essence is. All of us. And to come together instead of trying to separate. The more they try to segregate, the more heartache and shame and guilt comes upon people. And that's what brings in mental illness. That's what brings in depression. That's what brings in where people are feeling less than and low self-esteem. And that's not where we want to go. We want to go into a place that brings in the higher, because the fifth harmonics are coming in again. And the fifth harmonics are very powerful energies that come forth. And they're, to me, when I see those harmonics and see that energy that comes in, they're very bluey, and a little bit of green comes in with that too. So coming in with this beautiful harmonic energy to help us to bring in that transformation. And you can bring in crystals, bring in blue, turquoisey colors. You know, I got some turquoise here. So turquoise, bringing in, you know, if you have, well, I have Tektite here too, so I have the Tektite. Looks like chewed gum, but it's Tektite here. I have green obsidian. So I got a little bit of green obsidian. It's beautiful. I have the sunstone. Sunstones are so pretty. Rhodonite. So, you know, bring in crystals. Apatite. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Having some apatite. This is raw apatite. I have a lot of this. I have a lot of apatite. I have like probably 20 stones of this. But bring this, and it's quite a pretty, it's a very pretty stone. bring it in. It's for grounding, it's for protection, it helps. It's, so bringing in different crystals around you could help to guide you. Essential oils, orange, sweet orange. What other ones that fennel is coming in? Blue tansy's coming in too. So some blue tansy's a really nice essential oil. If you want to bring that forward for you, can put it in your bath. If you want to make a scrub, you can put it in a scrub. You can bring forth lavender comes in. Blue tansy keeps coming in. I haven't had blue tansy for a while. I ran out of it. Angelica root, Angelica essential oil, blue vervain, all of those types. There's so many different essential oils that we could start bringing in, or the actual herb itself. And if you're wanting to learn, working with different herbs and stuff like that, I have a class tomorrow. So if you are wanting to do for my class, it's tomorrow from 11 till about 2. So if you wish to be a part of my class tomorrow, we're going to be doing sigils. We're going to talk a little bit about what are sigils and creating your own sigil. We're going to do a little bit of automatic writing, because this is about getting into our creativity, getting into our conjuring, and wanting to bring forth what we would like into our world at this time. So we're going to be bringing in spirit, doing candle, a little bit of candle work, and bringing that energy in with the candles. So so if you want to join me, let me know, and you can be a part of my day tomorrow. So it's $50. So let me know. The other thing is that if you are wanting the Aries workbook, so the Aries workbook is $10, and to work with this Aries energy, and there's questions in there, there's a meditation in the workbook, there's yoga positions, and it's a beautiful explaining the Aries full moon. So if you wish to work with the Aries full moon and you would like the workbook, let me know, and it's a digital download. I just send you it and you download it. It's there, it's yours, it's PDF. So I have that's ready, and I also have the November ones ready. So I haven't been just sitting around looking pretty all day. So I have the full moon, the new moon in Scorpio ready workbook, and the eclipse one, the lunar eclipse, the full moon in Taurus. That's going to be coming up also. So crazy. This time for me, it's exciting. Like, I know there's a lot of nutty, crazy energies, but there's also some beautiful transformational energies that are coming in too. So stepping into that, to the changes that are coming in. So I'm going to send you out so much love. I feel like I want to go to a Goodwill store today for some reason. So I'm being called to go to a Goodwill. I don't know which one. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the Calgary area. And I just feel like I just want to go out to a Goodwill store. And not that I need anything, but we'll see. We'll see what pops up or what comes forward. So going to send you guys off with so much love. Definitely, if you want the mini moon readings, a mini moon reading, it's $25, and you'll be getting your readings starting tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday for the full moon on Wednesday. So you can order that. And if you were part of the special that ended yesterday, know that you're going to be getting your readings, and I'll be popping in your inbox every 2 weeks saying hi. With a special reading just for you. So sending you all out so much love and blessings, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you. They told me to pull a card. I pulled out the Strength card reversed. So honor yourself where you are. Know that you're stronger than what you think you are, and don't let something hold you back because of what has happened in the past or what somebody said to you in the past. Step into your light and your truth. There you go. Blessings, everybody, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.